Hey guys, this is Darthlord1997 and I'm coming to you guys with another toy review. Now this one may be a little bit longer because I'd like to go over this one thoroughly, but it is of the Trendmasters Power Up Mechagodzilla, which I just got today. Now this figure came out as part of the Godzilla Wars line made by Trendmasters, and it was part of the Power Up line where the gimmick behind these was they were to have armor that you snap on, which supposedly, according to the bios, enhance their strength and firepower. There were four monsters released in this line: Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, Mecha King Ghidorah, and Rodan. Now, for Mechagodzilla and Mecha King Ghidorah, it worked because they're robots. It'd be cool to have little robotic enhancements, but Godzilla and Rodan, it came off as kind of weird. It was kind of like that 80s show Dino Riders, which if you never heard of that show, go check it out. It's really stinking awesome. But yeah, it was kind of a weird concept, but you know, the bios on the cards and packages made the whole thing sound kind of awesome, and yeah. So the first thing you'll probably notice right off the bat, this resembles the Heisei Mechagodzilla, which it is, but as you could probably tell at first glance, there are some major differences. I'll make that comparison. Here's the SH Monster Arts Heisei Mechagodzilla, which is the most accurate representation I have of the film. What you probably notice right off the bat, the head sculpts are different. This one's more rounded, while this one's more boxed and has bigger nostrils, more sharp teeth, and has a far more ferocious look, more like the Showa Mechagodzilla. You could probably tell the chests, or the pecs, are a little different. This one has that little thing here in the center, and has these little shoulder pads, where this one only has these two small little vents. The necks are a little different. The legs are pretty much the same, but they're not meant to be. What I mean by that is, this figure is actually based off the poster of the film, rather than the suit itself. Let me show you. See this? That's the poster, and this Mechagodzilla here is what this figure is supposed to represent. But you probably saw there are some differences. The eyes here are yellow like the film, rather than red than in the poster. And these things right here are supposed to be on the top of his shoulders. But, yeah. Plus, SH Monster Arts just announced they're making a figure of that poster thing, so yeah. If they never do release that, because as of right now, this video, it's an if release, not a when release, you still have this. Now let's get on to articulation. The arms can go around 360 degrees. And the legs can go 360, but they're kind of on a in and out swivel. And the head goes 360, and the tail goes a little wobbly like that because it's attachable. Now for detail. Now detail is actually not that hard to get because this is a robot, not a creature with texture or anything, but detail on this thing is actually very good. I really like the teeth. Let's get a close up of that. Yeah, I really like that. And you probably noticed the arms and hands are super, super tiny. But that's so the armor can slide on easier, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the other thing you probably notice is the spines are a bit weird. They don't resemble the movie spines, and they don't even resemble the poster spines. Trendmasters went kind of independent with these and made these hollow, almost saw-like spines, which I don't know why, but hey, it's something different, and different's not always bad, is it? Okay, now we'll go on to sizing. Here's a size comparison with the other figure I have of the same line, Godzilla. Now as you can see, he's a hair taller, which, is that movie accurate? No, not really. Mechagodzilla's like maybe this big compared to him in the movie, but it's not that bad. Now let's compare him to two Bandai figures. The Bandai Heisei Godzilla and the Bandai Heisei Rodan. So as you can see, this guy's a bit taller than him, which of course is not accurate, but different toy companies, so it's not really that bad. Plus, this isn't based on the film version, it's the concept version, so it's not that bad. Kind of like what the film was meant to be shot here. Except there were going to be two Rodans, believe it or not. And this guy was actually going to be able to split and transform into two vehicles, kind of like Mogera. But they scrapped that idea due to budget reasons. But they did do it with Mogera in the next film. So we'll take this off stage for now. And now let's look at the armor add-ons. The first, according to his card, which... here is his card, by the way. Read that if you want. Now, according to this card, this here is the Toryu, or Dragon Slayer gunship that quote-unquote replaces Garuda. As you can see, it's basically a basic sci-fi ship. It'll fly and blasting lasers. These do launch, but they're a bit hard to launch like this. They're meant to be folded down and launched. And they could fold down because this goes on his back, just like Garuda. So, yeah, it's your basic sci-fi ship with a nice, shiny chrome. And then he comes with these two forearm armor, and we'll just take a look at one. Some wire detail right there, and some four missile launchers, which this is, again, reminiscent of the poster version. Nice detail on it overall. And finally, this little naval missile. Oop, dropped it. So, let's all add all this and see what he looks like. Alright. Add the missile here, which... there we go. And I will warn you, if you launch this thing, it will launch. Hang on. See? Told you. It will launch. So, if you're a little kid and you're buying this to play with it, do not aim this at your parents. And it's a little tricky to get in, because the spring is kind of old. Because these things came out in like 95. Let's attach the forearms. One important thing to note, they slide in like this. See this little hole here? Slide in specifically like this, so the elbows sit in. And finally, the jetpack. And there you have the Power Up Mechagodzilla with his battle armor. And as you could probably tell, it's even more reminiscent of the poster thanks to the forearms in these, even though they're meant to be folded down like Garuda. However, the poster, they were up like this, but they're meant to be folded down just like Garuda's launchers. And yes, these things are capable of launching, just like that. Nice little 360. And finally, to conclude this review, I give this figure a good thumbs up. It's a very good figure. If you want an accurate representation of the film, I'd say go for something else, like Bandai Japan or Bandai Creation or SH Monster Arts. But if you want a figure of the concept version from the poster, I'd say go for this. Now, SH Monster Arts, if that thing releases, if the price tag's not that high, I may pick it up, but remember, you always have this alternative. And these things can go from just about any price on eBay. I got this for about $35, which these things usually go for like $100 or $200, which I know that's a lot, but cheap prices are not as uncommon as you might think. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll see you guys next time.